Hi everybody, Scott Eblin with the Video Book Club for this week, and this week I'm talking about a book that I know really well because I wrote it. It's the second edition of my book, The Next Level, What Insiders Know About Executive Success. And I usually try to stay away from being self-promotional on the blog, but in this case I'm going to make an exception. The book is coming out this week in the second edition, and I'm really excited about it, and I wanted to share with you a few things that are new about the second edition. And I think are enhancements to what we talked about in the first edition. We keep all the stuff from the first edition that I think everybody liked, the basic model of executive presence, personal, team, and organizational presence, categorizing it that way, and different distinctions around behaviors to pick up and to let go of as you move into next level roles. The book is still organized around that model, and a lot of the same stories and examples that we used in the first edition are still in the second edition. But I've added some new interviews to this second edition of The Next Level from global executives who have operated in these fairly complex matrix environments from companies like Avon, Hewlett-Packard, General Mills, DuPont. Some terrific examples of global matrixed environments that these executives are operating in and bringing their perspectives into the Next Level book. There are also some new features in the book. There's a series of sidebars throughout the book called Coachable Moments. Here's one right here in the gray box. And there are 19 of these, and they provide context-specific coaching tips throughout each of the 9 chapters around the pick up and let go model. And they're coaching tips that I've used with my clients over the last 4 or 5 years, so they're pretty much road tested. I know they work because we've used them a lot in group coaching and in workshops and other forums over the last 4 or 5 years as we've worked with clients on next level leadership behaviors. Which brings us to another new feature of the book. There's a series of data points. You can see that sidebar right there. There are 10 or 12 data points in the book that highlight the specific, really granular behaviors that leaders tend to stumble on as they move from one level to the next. We've done a lot of 360-degree feedback research with our clients over the last 4 years. I've run it for about 500 high potential leaders at this point. And what I've done is go in and pull from our normative database the behaviors that leaders tend to get hung up on as they move up. So those are referenced in the data points, and I think the more explicit you can be about behaviors, the easier it is to address them and get better at them. So that's why I've included the data points. There's some graphics in the book that weren't in there before that illustrate some of the points that are made with words. We've tried to provide pictures to make it a little bit easier to work through some of the concepts in the book. The Situation Solutions Guide, the appendix in the back of the book about the predictable situations that leaders face and matching up the tips from each chapter with those situations. We've expanded that, even more situations in the Situation Solutions Guide. So all in all, I'm really excited about the book. I appreciate so much the support that many readers of this blog have given to the book over the years, and I'm so glad that you've gotten value out of it. I think the second edition is an improvement on the first edition. I hope you'll check it out and use it as a resource in your leadership toolkit. Thanks for hanging in there with me while I talk about my book, back to the regular video book club and back to a lot of the regular posting here in the coming week. Take care.